welcome to Cold Cap Club. In this video I'm going to talk to you all about getting your hair ready for putting the cold cap on. So it's worth me just saying that depending on what manufacturer your cold cap is made by, they will supply you with a leaflet. I've got this one here, for example, which is by Paxman. And all of the manufacturers provide you with information about how they best recommend getting your hair ready for treatment. I'm making this video along with Claire Paxman from Paxman Scalp Coolers, so that we can look at how you can get your hair ready, what type of conditioner you use, and just go through some detail with you. Things like how damp your hair might need to be or not, and how you can just feel really comfortable that when you get your hair ready for your cold cap to go on, you've done the very best that you can. At Paxman, I know that you recommend that when people prepare their hair, they have lightly damp hair with some conditioner on. And I think one of the biggest problems we discover is people making their hair way too wet.
Yeah, that's correct. It's really important that you don't saturate the hair. You only need to slightly dampen, and I'm going to emphasise on those words again, slightly dampen. Because the reason that we are wetting the hair is, first of all, to get rid of any volume and any air in the hair, but secondly is conductivity. So the water takes in the cold from the cap and makes sure that our head is at that correct temperature that we discussed. But what's going to happen is if you wet it too much, you're going to feel the cold even more,
absolutely,
aren't you?
Yeah.
So it's all about making the experience as comfortable as possible, so therefore not wetting it too much.
Because most hospitals, will have an area where you can get ready. Sometimes the patient gets their own hair ready, don't they, by spritzing it down with a water spray. In other places, a nurse might, or if you're being treated at home, whatever the circumstances.
Yeah.
One of the things I know we've discussed a lot as well is that people just having an understanding on why they're using a conditioner on their hair.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
the myth is that people think they've got to saturate their hair in water and conditioner to protect their hair.
Yeah.
But actually, as we've discussed, the conditioner is there for a purpose of helping the cap to be put on and off comfortably and just sit that hair down in a good position.
Absolutely, and to help prevent the hair from sticking to the cap as well, because if you imagine you've got wet hair and a cap with sub-zero coolant running through it, it's going to stick to the cap itself, and we don't want that to happen at all. So the conditioner helps to protect as a protective barrier and to prevent that from happening. But again, you only need very small amount, like a 10p piece coin.
Yeah, it's plenty, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Smoothed over the hands and then smoothed over the hair, which is perfect.
I think it's good for people to know as well, because I know at Paxman you have your own branded shampoo and conditioner. We've talked many times about that for people to know that the ideal situation is to use something that's gentle, appropriate for their scalp.
Yeah.
Sulphate free preferably is one of the recommendations, but we've talked before, haven't we, of making sure that people know that a shampoo or conditioner isn't the deciding factor whether or not they will experience hair loss or not. Absolutely,
and by no means do we or Paxman promote the use of ours in saying that it will benefit or make the scalp cooling work any better. That's not the case at all. We just wanted to make a product that we knew the ingredients was gentle and kind, and that we knew it was good to use with scalp cooling. It's fragrance free as well, because chemotherapy heightens your sense of smell and taste, and therefore anything with a high fragrance can be quite off-putting as well. So fragrance free is a good tip as well. As you mentioned, sulphate and paraben free, because we want to make sure that the scalp doesn't have any reaction to a product, because again the chemotherapy heightens your skin sensitivity.
Absolutely, and also when people are losing those nose hairs, even though hopefully scalp cooling will mean they retain the majority of their hair, if you lose your nose hairs, it means everything is very sensitive with smell.
Yeah.
So the key points there are: don't oversaturate the hair, just lightly dampen it down, around about a 10p piece size of conditioner, and of course use products that are gentle, but there's no absolute definite what you must use. Recommendations are sulphate, paraben free and fragrance free as a preference.
Correct.